Hey everyone, Killhair Gray Man prepping, and we are doing some more canning in the kitchen, as you can see over there. Um, so actually, let me get this stuff right. Let me switch this around, and so I can make that bigger. Yeah, all right, that's going to be bigger. As you can see, I got 3 jars of chicken broth and 2 jars of taco meat, and we're going to get at it. But first, let me say hi to everybody. So Walt Rogers is in here, and it sounds like he's at work. Phelan Klein Wolf is definitely at work, and guys, don't get in trouble watching this at work. Howie's here, Food Forest Permaculture. Tammy Harder is here, and that's it. And we got we got 4 people commenting and 6 people watching. Lurking is fine, but please, hit the thumbs up and at least check in and say lurking. All right, so I'm going to go in the kitchen now, and we're going to work on it, and we're going to get stuff doing there. And I'm going to mute it here so I can unmute it in there so I don't get echo. Even though we're in different rooms, it sometimes picks up stuff. So let me head in there. Okay, there we go. Got it. Got the mic working in here. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put these in here. And so these 2 here have been in the refrigerator for a couple days. I've had them out since early this morning so they could come to room temperature. And so this is some chicken broth that I've bought at the store. And like Tammy at Rebel Canner says, get them out of those containers. They're lined with plastic, so we get them out of the containers and canning it so it's in a glass jar and it's safer and it'll last longer. Sure, looking down in here, that I got proper spacing between everything. Some jars won't vibrate towards each other. I don't have a Ubagoo. All right, so let me move the camera over here for a second so you can see what I got here. There we go. And I'm also going to leave the camera a little bit closer here now. Get it aimed right. All right, let's get that lid on there. So this is the second time I've done something in this All-American. This was a gift from a friend whose wife passed away. And my wife and her did a lot of things together. There we go, get that on there straight. So just touches. That one there, so just touches. And start putting these up on here. Just barely touching it. All right, now I'm gonna start cranking them down. That one there. So I'm going to skip around and do some, and then make sure I get proper tightening on it here. There we go. There. I'm going to turn the fire on. Don't want it up to full super maximum flame, but I want it up. I want it at a decent rate so it'll come up to temperature quickly. Now, this, like I said, this is the second time I've done this. The first time, I replaced the petcock valve with the jiggler thing, and so I wanted to test it out, make sure it worked, and I just put 2 jars of water in there. And so I have 2 jars of sterilized water. for emergencies. And so this takes about 20 minutes for it to come up. So, or maybe a little bit more. Gotta wait till so it shoots out steam out of here. And so I'm going to go back into the other room there, and I'll talk to you in face to face. Here, I'm muted in here. I'm unmuted out there. So let me switch them around. There we go. Now I can talk. Okay. So Tammy, Rebel Canners, there's the link if you want to come up here. Mother Earth Garden Club is in here now. All right. There. And so we got 10 people watching and 6 commenting. So lurking is fine. Please, hit the thumbs up like everybody says. And yeah. Oh, busy morning today. I started setting this stuff up early this morning. And then my daughter had a problem across the street. Let's switch this around. Let's just go with this. There we go. And my oldest grandson had one of his tantrums, and the thermostat over there had a cage around it, and he ripped it off the wall. And then was playing with the thermostat, cranked it up to 90. And I'm not sure if he did it during she never said whether he did it during the night or whatever, but anyways, it went up to night, got up really hot, and they got it back down, and now the furnace won't ignite. And no. The fan blows. So I'm not sure what's going on there on it. I just was over there for a little bit trying to do the breaker and stuff, and they called the repair guys to come out here and look at it. The guys that installed it. So.
Oh, that's.
Yeah. Yeah. I hate to say it, but Eli's smart enough. He understands the woodshed. Got to get around the AI here, and sometimes that's what he needs to get him to stop doing something that he gets away with because they're afraid to discipline him. So,
well, I mean, he definitely can understand timeout, and he,
yeah, he understands that. He understands, getting the woodshed treatment, and he understands getting things taken away from him, and.
Playing with something, I always had my cutoff on this was if you're doing something that could endanger your life or somebody else's, then you got the woodshed. And this is definitely woodshed quality because that's an electrical outlet. Basically, he's playing with 2 hot electrical wires. That's not good.
Yeah. So Tammy Harder knows. So my furnace is working, but this is across the street, and they have Mr. Heater buddies over there. And if she needs another one, she'll call and I'll take another one over. But with the today's that's part of the problem. I wonder why all the kids were home. Today's President's Day.
Yeah, we have today is winter break. They're not. They don't call it. They don't say they're taking it for President's Day. It's winter break, and it's where the trimesters. They have 3 trimesters, and it switches today to the third trimester.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. But anyways, yeah. So this is like I said when I was doing my intro. This is the second time I've used the American canner. First time was yesterday or Saturday, whenever I did it. I changed out the petcock valve on it to a the jiggler relief valve on it.
yeah, I like the other one because it's. I like the other ones because it's quieter.
Well, thing is though, it never with that round one it never made much noise at all when it got up, and it didn't start doing anything with like you say. It's the gauge said 16 before it started leaking around it.
Because of that. That's because that's what the weight. The weight is a 15-pound weight, so you have to get above the 15 pounds in order to make it jiggle.
Yeah. And all it did, it just started spitting a little bit. So I turned the heat down a little bit, and it got it down to about 13 and a half. And all I was doing was water.
Yeah.
I just did 2 quarts of water, just so I could see if anything out and everything else. And you had I was kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Fastidious on getting the water right to the right mark. And everything was perfect afterwards. An interesting thing, though, when I did the water, it took the All-American about twice as long to cool down as it does the Presto.
I think, and I hate to misquote, but I really think that the All-American is made of thicker steel.
Oh, it's thicker aluminum. Yes, it's a lot thicker metal.
Sorry, yeah.
It's heavier and stuff, and you can feel it. And that's definitely that's probably why it took longer for it to cool down.
Yeah.
Even though I had more water in the Presto the last couple times I used it cooled down quicker.
Mm-hmm.
And but when it was cooling down, I was going in and out. I heard a ping from inside. I go, wow, that's the lid sealing. And when I opened it up, both lids were already dimpled down and sealed. So that'll be interesting to see if it does on this. So I got two quarts of taco meat in there and 3 quarts of chicken broth. So we're going to see. And I know the chicken broth only takes 25 minutes in the quarts.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be in there for 90 minutes once it's up to temperature. So we'll see if it does any color change. Like, the beef broth looked a little bit darker than normal, or like it did coming out of the container, but we'll see what happens. Just checking the side chat here. Yeah. What you can do, no, so you can't see it there on it. Probably tomorrow. I'm not going to do a live tomorrow on this. I'll just do the camera and then turn it to high speed while it's doing its 3 hours of kneading the dough and raising and everything else. I tested out the new bread machine, and it has recipes for 1.5 pounds and 2 pound loaves. And I did the 2 pound loaf. Well, enough that it touched the top of it, just enough to touch the top and leaves a dough mark on there. So I'm going to do the 1.5 pounds so it doesn't raise up quite so high. Then I can.
That's what I should do tomorrow. Is I should make bread tomorrow.
Yeah, and so that's going to be I'll be able to if I'm using less a smaller loaf, then I can make it a little bit lighter, add a little bit more yeast to it, like a 1/8 of a teaspoon more yeast, just a hair more, and just a hair more sugar. G Mama Grows, welcome. Woohoo!
She has a great channel.
Yeah. Oh, and Tammy says she's making bread right now. Hey,
Well,
it's dinner time. Make bread.
well, I got that mixer,
Mm-hmm.
and it makes a great loaf. It really, I've not been very good at making loaves that didn't wind up like bricks. I mean, like my sandwich bread always winds up like a brick. And with that mixer, it mixed it up, and it did. I followed the recipe from that company, Nutrimil,
Mm-hmm.
and it turned out really good. So I should. It's at my daughter's though. I left it at my daughter's because she's been on a sourdough kick. So
Yeah.
um, I should make. While I have to babysit tomorrow, I should make loaf bread while I'm babysitting her too.
What what's interesting is the heavy loaf like that is probably the way they were back in the day.
No, because I'm following my mother's recipe, and she always made bread that tasted like it, and was the texture like you came out of the store. Like you could cut her sandwich loaf bread and make sandwiches with it. Mine, you need like a saw to cut.
I'm going to see if I can bring it up here. There was Anthony at Tomato Prepared. Did a review of his bread knives, and going to orders here, and he raved on this one that is a Japanese made one. Japanese are very good bladesmiths.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, they've been making blades since the samurais were in business.
yeah. Let's see if this brings it up here. Okay. It's not listing it as that. So I'm going to have to go in this way here. Anyways, it's a really nice knife. Let's see if I can find it here in my orders. And I ordered one, and it works really good. And it's, what the heck? It's not coming up in my, it's definitely a knife, and it should be in there. I got my Ulu knife shows there, but it's not showing the bread knife. So let me go just back to bread.
I
And
absolutely love my Ulus. And I say Ulus because I have like 4 of them.
there. Oh, that's why they call it a slicer, not a knife.
Oh.
Yes. And yeah, I purchased it back in 2021. And here we go. Oh, I got to present because I wasn't going to do this before. Watching the time here and trying to see, make sure as soon as I see steam start spitting up out there, I go out there and look at it. So this is the knife, and they're out of stock on it right now because they don't have the price listed for it. But this thing is really nice, and you can cut really thin on it. And I cut a really thin one off the loaf I did, and it held together.
Nice.
Nice. And I cut it hot, and I cut it a couple hours later cold. And the cold one, yes, I was able to butter it better than it was hot. The hot, I almost needed to have hot garlic butter to drizzle on it, but Mother says about your
yes, you are so true. That is exactly what I don't get them out to make them warm enough. And I noticed this last loaf, I thought it was going to be bad because I didn't have a way to warm the milk up, and I needed to do it right then. And it actually wound up doing really well because I overproofed it, and it got warm enough that it didn't matter. But yeah, I think my milk was too cold.
Yeah. Okay. So, anyways, that's this knife here. It's got just a slight curve to it, and it just works really great. It leaves a lot less crumbs than the other bread knives I have, including my Gerber. I'm a Gerber fan, and I'm sad because it works better than my Gerber.
Well, they can't be good at every single thing.
Yeah. But yeah, it's bread. Going back to the bread. Back in the day, and we're talking way back in the day, when the first sandwich was made. Do you know the legend of that?
Well, I just watched the episode of Big Bang Theory when they were arguing over whether or not the Chinese invented the sandwich or not. But okay.
Well, it's called sandwich because it was created by the Earl of Sandwich, who was a gambler and didn't want it, and was getting hungry gambling, and wanted a piece of the meat. And he told he was at a pub type situation. They're all gathered around, stuff. They're serving food. Stuff. Goes, just throw it between two slices of bread. And he ate it between, and everyone's looking at it, and they I don't know what all did, but he was eating it between the slices of bread, and that became a thing for the gamblers.
See, you are agreeing with Sheldon, but Sheldon's girlfriend Amy says that it was invented by the Chinese because they were doing wraps where they were wrapping meat with bread before the
But they
early.
weren't actually wrapping it with bread. They were wrapping it with a dough.
I'm just telling you the theory.
I know afros. And basically, that's where your pork buns and your other buns with meat in it came from, was the Chinese.
Yeah. And by definition, a sandwich is a piece of meat between two slices of bread. Therefore, Amy won the argument, but that was just on TV.
Yeah.
I like the Earl of Sandwich story better.
Yeah. And then of course, once they had the slices of bread, then also, hey, well, let's put some butter on it, let's toast it. And so long before McDonald's started doing their toasted hamburger buns,
Two all beef patties, special sauce, special cheese, pickles, onions on it, sesame seed bun.
Yeah, so long before that, the English were doing toasted bread to have their mutton and their brisket and other pieces and ham, stuff like that between. And of course, once they had it toasted, then they were toasting it with the other fun stuff. Let me take a look at that. Hang on, I'm going to make that big again for a second. It's not fitting that much yet. And so you had, and then they started adding let's add garlic, let's add all the other fun stuff to the butter mixture they were putting on it to toast it. And a lot of that stuff we lost how no one does it anymore because it got the French invented mayonnaise.
We got a bunch of people in the chat that weren't in there. I just managed to look at my chat. Moon over Miami has been teasing me all week with the Blue Angels. I think this is a Blue Angel year at Traverse City, Michigan. So I will probably have to go. I always go when the Blue Angels come up to perform. He's been teasing me with pictures. And then poor Dustin doesn't eat bread. That's just awful.
Yeah. Well, let me go back over here. And so I ordered something, Dustin, here. It's not FLOUR. I know Dustin's doing the carnivore / keto. So I got some of this. This is the ancient wheat that hasn't been bred to jack up the gluten and jack up the sugar production, and it's also a lot easier to digest. So when you get down to your goal, Dustin, and you're at the proper weight there, and you're holding the proper weight for a while, then you might try getting some of this and try making some small little dinner rolls and have one with it or whatever, just to see if it throws you off or not. Don't do it until you're down to weight.
Our local food co-op sells that brand of vine corn.
Yeah. And so Lewis is here. It's the Marshmallow Man.
Hi, Lou.
And this makes it okay. Oh, I cheat on it occasionally. Yeah, I've been watching some of the guys, and they say, depending on what you cheat with and how much, it's that, is how much you get thrown off, and you got to work going that way to get back. But I did the bread, and fortunately, grandsons ate most of it.
I had to stop. We have a day-old bread store in town, and I stopped and got my delicacy pecan twirl.
Oh.
And then I got the boy, because he's home today, I got him a bag of everything bagels, and then I got hot dog buns. I wanted Texas toast for French bread, but they didn't have any Texas toast.
All right. I am going to slip into the other room and take a closer look at it to see how it's doing.
I'm going to try to see if I can see the chat, because sometimes I can see the chat. All right, nothing new yet there. Doesn't the dial? Oh, he hasn't put the weight on yet. The dial hasn't moved yet. He's checking to see if it's venting. He's doing his 10-minute vent.
Okay, I turned the heat up on it a little bit more. I didn't want to jack the heat really high at first.
No, because you can cause siphoning by doing that.
Yeah, that's what you and Mark were saying on Monday nights. So
this is a slow and steady thing.
Yeah, and I've noticed froze. I'm noticing that it's I got all the extra aluminum that's on it as compared to the Presto, so it's heating up slower as well too. Because it's got to heat up all that aluminum as well. But
that's a beautiful All-American. Is that what size is that?
921.
So yeah, so you can double stack pints.
Yeah, and there's two of the
dividers.
Yeah, in there for it. So yeah, that'll be something I'll try later on, and it's going to be interesting. I'm getting more and more comfortable with it, but I'm still nervous at getting it at the temperature first, because I don't want it to go too high too fast.
Yep, that's natural, but you'll get used to it. You'll find the sweet spot on your stove.
Yeah, there was one there back in California on the way to where we used to drive by it all the time, and yeah, I would go when I was working construction on the way home from work. I'd swing by there, and generally they would have my favorite thing there, which is the those 2 packs of the Hostess orange cupcakes.
Oh yes, I remember those.
And I would get at least a dozen or more at the prices. I'd get a bunch of them and toss them in the freezer. Keep them good longer. And then when I go to work, I just pull a couple out of the freezer, toss it in my lunch box, go and take it to work. And then at lunchtime, my 15-minute lunch break was, hey, Hostess time. And that was at the time. That was actually before I met my wife, and that's when I weighed 150 pounds. No matter what, I weighed 150 pounds.
Yeah,
and the guys at work hated me because I'd come in, I'd eat 4 cupcakes at break time, have lunch and stuff, and I had a bunch. Then I have some cinnamon rolls or something in there in my lunchbox for lunch, and they see me eating all the sugar, and they go, "How do you stay so thick, so skinny?" Well, unlike most of you, when there's a problem, I get off my piece of equipment and I help. Basically teasing 2 of my best friends, who are the same age I was,
Oh.
But yeah. So it should be about 5, maybe 10 minutes. It should start spitting. I could hear some like some simmering bubble type things in there when I was in there, but that was it. And I forgot to unmute it, so I couldn't say anything while I was in there.
That's all right. I kept them busy out here.
Yeah.
I checked to see if there was any more comments I hadn't seen because I have to go back. I'm on my phone, so I have to go back and forth. And then I feel like I'm staring off over to the. Oh yeah, not looking at the camera.
Bushcraft family.
Hey, Mr. Charles, welcome.
Yeah. So. Yeah, hopefully, we'll get this one done today. Tomorrow, I will going to make some more bread. The bread I made yesterday, day before yesterday, was regular flour. But I'm gonna. My daughter has my bag of the einkorn, so I'm gonna go grab it back this afternoon or tomorrow morning, and then I'll use it and see if there's a use the same recipe, but just shift flours on it. So it's it'll be interesting to see how it works, and if it works good and tastes good, and I don't pig out on it, I may go ahead and just order the because I got a grain mill. So I may go ahead and order the einkorn wheat.
Yeah.
And then just grind it myself.
Oh, I can't think of the Azure Standard has the wheat, and theirs is not sprayed, so there's none of that stuff that is a bad word that we won't say, but made by that company we don't like and sprayed on all our food. There's none of that on anything that they sell. So that's, if I had a choice, that's where I get it, and they deliver it right to your door now. You don't have to do the co-op trucks. You can have it delivered, pay shipping to have it delivered right to the door.
And this is the same stuff? Or
yes.
Same stuff. The Jovial?
Well, I don't know if it's Jovial brand. I just know it's einkorn flour.
Okay.
And they grow it. They have growers, I think, that grow it for them. So it won't be another company's brand. It's their brand. Oh, I move.
I'm checking to see if they have the wheat berries. Everything showing so far. Okay. Okay, so they do have some. A different company has the wheat berries here, and I ordered the 160 ounce bag of flour, which is trying to read here on it. 10-pound bag. Yeah, had to do the math in my head because I couldn't read it. So the wheat berries.
Don't have to metric in my head.
The wheat berries here are, what do they come here in? 5 pounds, 80 ounces. Hang on, I gotta do some math here. Got two different ones I want to figure out. So 80 divided by 16 ounces equals 5 pounds. Okay, this is interesting. So you got the this one here, which says 5 pounds, and this one says 80 ounce. They're both 5 pounds. But look at the price. You're paying $7 more for the one that says 80 ounces. Well, never mind. That's flour. That's already ground.
It's already ground. That's the difference. And the other's berries.
That's berries. So that's the berries there. There is another one here, about the same price, $29.95. for 5 pounds of berries. So let me go back up to the top and make sure I spell it. Yeah, berries. Okay. Make sure it doesn't have a weird spelling on it.
But are they glycophosphate free?
Oh, that's what I'm looking at here. So ancient grains. Let's pop that one open and see what the other one here is. More wheat berries here. Grand Teton. Oh, 400 ounce. Okay, that may be a better price. Open that one up, and that's 14 cents per ounce. And this one is 37 cents per ounce. So we'll look at both those for you guys. USDA organic. Okay. Doesn't say whether it's let's see, go down here on it. No pesticide. Whole wheat pesticide, family owned. So it doesn't say, other than saying no pesticide, doesn't say no herbicide.
Yeah.
So that'd be something. It just says no pesticide everywhere organically produced. But
Well, I don't think you can be certified organic and have glycophosphate sprayed on. So I think
down here it says chemical free.
Okay.
Here it is. Glyphosate free.
Okay.
All right. So our ancient grains is that for all of their varieties. Ooh.
Yay.
And they got the white quinoa and Khorasan berries and the spelt. So they got them all. So I want to start grinding there, but let's take a look at the Grand Teton. Grand Teton is
now that was cheaper.
Calculator here, and let's see. So that's 400 ounces divided by 16 ounces per pound equals 25-pound bag. 25-pound bag for $58 as opposed to $29.50 for a 5-pound.
Yeah, so it's definitely cheaper.
But is it glyphosate free? Organic certified.
Wasn't the other one ancient grains?
Yeah. All right. So it's Grand Teton. Maybe it may be. They maybe have like a.
It's the same company.
It looks like and it says hard wheat berries. There it is. Yeah, there it is. The Grand Teton. So it says it is. Yeah. So they just
market it.
I'm not sure. Maybe marketing it a little bit differently. So manufacturer Grand Teton Mill Farm and Mill. And let me go back over here to the okay. Oh, ancient grains. Yeah, here it is the same one. Yeah. So it just has it on it says different on it. So yeah, so it's the same thing. So yeah, so getting the 25-pound bag is cheaper. Go back to the top. But is it free delivery?
There you go.
There I go.
Can't beat that.
Boom. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to get I'm gonna put it here. Hang on. Add to
That's the
list.
red, but
Add to
that's the
list.
red. Wait, that's the red berries, not the einkorn.
That's
Red wheat. That's red wheat. Soft red,
that's red
hard
wheat.
red.
Okay. All right. Let's get the other one. That's white, and here's white, hard white. Okay, that's yeah, that's why it's cheaper. But
Yep.
still, it's eight. It's still it's
Glyphosate free.
yeah. So I have to do some more looking at it here. But still, it's probably Elmer wheat berries. Not sure. I haven't heard of Elmer before. Emmer. Emmer.
I don't know. That one I haven't heard of that one either.
Yeah. Anyways, let me go. Hang on. Let's go back here real quick and go. Is that?
You've got it covered up.
There we go. Let me go in there and check.
All right. We'll hold down the fort. Oh, yeah. I can see steam coming out. It's venting.
Okay. I can hear it bubbling for sure. There is steam coming off. Looking at it, and it's pretty. It's solid enough. So I want 15. I'm gonna put. There we go. And now we will watch. Let me change this around a little bit. Get a little bit closer here. Moving the thing around so I got a better view of the lid there. So get closer on it. There, I got a good shot of the of it. So now we can watch the temperature coming up.
Hey.
Wayne Hunter's in here. Josh is here. No, Josh, formerly known as Farmer Josh.
That's what I was thinking too, Dustin. That's a weird name for wheat berries.
But it's 2 M's, no L. So it's Emmer, who's there? And I can hear the echo from back in there. Hang on, let me mute that one. There we go. It's weird. I get a good volume pickup on it down the hallway through the green screen. Yet when I'm in the city council room, it doesn't. For some reason, it doesn't want to pick up as good. But yeah, that's finding out that I can do this with what I'm using in there as a camera is my my Kindle Fire. And so when Chris gets up here and we start doing stuff like this, she has on her smartphone has, like you do, internet. And that way we can just set that up and go do StreamYard without going to YouTube, just do a private thing. And it doesn't count, and that way she can watch it wherever she is, here across the street, see what's going on. Oh, I gotta get home.
There, it's going up. The gauge moved.
Yeah, I saw it. But there was something I did want to show you guys here, talk about canning and stuff to help out on this. But it's a multifunctional thing here. So let me go.
Well, I gotta go set up for tonight's live stream. I'm gonna mute and do my camera because I gotta go in there in the other room for a minute.
Okay. And okay, so let me bring up what I was looking at here. Yeah, actually, these are the two main ones that I was looking at. Make sure that's yeah. Okay, so when I did the taco meat in that one there, you see the red crock pot in the background there. On the red crock pot, I had 10 pounds of hamburger in there. And the last time I showed how I mixed all the hamburger up and stuff, I actually did 5 pounds in the crock pot. I had another big bowl, and I mixed up the other 5 pounds, adding the taco seasoning to it, and then added it to the one. We have the 5-quart KitchenAid, not the tilt one, the crank that lifts it straight up. And there are times when I know my wife, she refuses to say it, but I've out loud, but she kind of mumbles it about wanting a bigger one. And so let me do this here. And I actually know it's not that we don't have the 5-quart. We have the 7-quart, which is this one here. The 7-quart one here that the bull cranks up and down on. We have that. And she wanted something a little bit bigger. However, to go from the 7-quart to the 8-quart, which is a bit bigger and comes with a bigger thing on it. Let me open that in a different one here. So the 8-quart here is $1,000. Okay. If you get it without the bowl guard, it's $950. So you get the gold with it. You can see the difference right there.
How many quarts does that hold?
8.
See, I can hold. I got the Nutramil, which it's the Artiste. It's just one step down from the Bosch.
Yeah.
And it's a lot cheaper than that, and it holds 8 quarts. I can do 6 1-pound loaves. So I can do 6 pounds of bread in there. I can do 35 dozen cookies in mine. This
is Happy Buy 15-quart commercial mixer for $500.
At that point, just no. Go get a Hobie. If you're going to spend $500 for a commercial mixer, get a Hobie. It'll last a lifetime. Probably 3 lifetimes, because I know one right now that's one of the first ones they ever made that it still works all day, every summer, and for years, and it's still going. And it would be $500, that price range.
Yeah.
That's my dream mixer is a Hobie.
A Hobie or Hobart?
Hobart,
yeah. Unfortunately, Hobart's not here on Amazon.
Well, no.
Yeah. And that's what we had at the at Scout Camp.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It was a huge one. And let me see if I can do this here for just make sure. Hobart mixer. But I may have had the super giant one. Is this it? No, that's a different company. Levo. That's the 30-quart. But they don't. I don't see Hobart. Ah, they do have a Hobart. Oh, ow, 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 ow.
No, it's not an ouch because it lasts you a lifetime. It's one of those things where I'm really Scottish and I never would spend that much money except for that because my great grandkids would still be using it.
Yeah. Now I noticed that the Hobart on it says something the others didn't. it says planetary mixer. So it's got a planetary gear, which works better for strength. All right. Destin's bringing in firewood. All right. So, buddy, I'm just going to go for a regular search here on Hobart mixer. Hobart. Ooh, Granger, the equipment guys for construction and electrical stuff, now has appliances.
Oh, really? We have Granger here.
And so, yep, Granger. And it has attachments and food mixers and attachments, replacement parts. Huh. Okay. Does it have the actual? No, it just has parts for them, replacement parts for everything. Doesn't actually have the mixers. Okay.
You're probably going to have to get that at a restaurant supply.
Yeah.
But that's nice to know that they have replacement parts because,
Yeah.
you know.
Hobart. Oh, there we go. The 60 quart. That's the one we had at the Scout Shop, the 60 quart one. That monster. That's the one we had at the Scout Camp Herms, Scout Camp. $7,950. And I know that thing was there for 15 years before I first saw it. Because one of the guys told me when they bought it, and it's still going strong. That's a refurbished one. Here's a Hobart brand new one for $28,000. Ah! Yeah, but yeah, like if you're setting up a group, a survival group, that would be the one you guys you'd mix where you have a commissary type kitchen that stuff is done at. That'd be the type setup you'd have. You'd have go ahead and get one of those, and that way you would have it for generations.
Yeah.
And you'd never have to worry about it breaking up. And let me look back at it again. This one here. Okay. Even the manufactured one. Let me see if I can find that one there. Here's the interesting thing looking at it. But right there is an attachment for stuff like sausage, and it probably has some. You probably has the Hobart brand sausage stuffers where you're doing massive sausage stuff.
Hobart has everything that KitchenAid has and more.
Yeah.
And because Hobart is KitchenAid's big brother.
Yeah.
It's the restaurant grade for KitchenAid.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the size of that dough hook down in there, but something, you're not going to that big, but still going back to one of these other ones here. $500 for this 15 quart, where the KitchenAid was $1,000 for the 8 quart for the KitchenAid. And it comes with the 3 different mixers, 3 different things on it. This would be great for mixing the hamburger, for making your sausage. If you're going to stuff your own sausage, or just can the mixed stuff.
We make frozen milkshakes for 150 people in one of those. And that's all our camp does with it. They don't use it for anything except when they make milkshakes, which is like, it makes me cry because there's so much they could do with it. But
Yeah.
everything else they mix by hand, which makes no sense, but
Yeah.
not my.
But yeah. So if Chris and I are going to do a bunch, like, if we wind up getting a cow, we're going to do turn a bunch of the hamburger into pre-seasoned meat and stuff for canning. Yeah, we'll mix it in this and just start canning up a storm, because we got 2 canners going, pressure canners we can do. And what's the temperature at? All right, we're up to 10 pounds pressure.
All right.
And got a little bit more to go on it. And the thing is, if we're going to be doing like that many, like 50 quarts of hamburger meat, it's probably going to be easier to get one of those monster water bath canners, and just do the water bath it for the 3 hours time water bath in it, like the Amish do. Let me look at. Here for.
That's not what I wanted.
Great. Water bath, B8. Water bath. Canners. Yeah, because we have the biggest, I think it's the biggest graniteware one that's, I can't put my arms around that water bath canner. It's huge.
Yeah.
I mean, it's huge around and huge tall. That's what my mom did the half-gallon jars in of the pears.
Nice.
So,
All right. I
that
can't.
we,
I'm gonna leave and come back on the computer so I can set this up on my phone. Otherwise, it won't. I don't have my thumbnail or anything loaded. Right. I'll be back.
Scroll up. It's in the chat there. How far up is it?
Where
did I put it here? I know it's back at my timestamp 12:07, so it'd be 2:07 Eastern timestamp there, Liz. Oh, that's one thing I want to look at here real quick here. Check something here. Did that get delivered today? That was delivered. Okay. Alrighty. So that was delivered. Oh, it's at 15. I got to go into the other room and adjust the temperature so it of the flame so it doesn't go too high. Okay, we're sitting right at a hair under 15. So that looks like 14 3/4. No, okay, just went up to 15. I'm not sure if you can see it over here. Let's see if I can lean that forward there on that. It's starting to spit a little. So let me set this back down here. And let me go grab something here. Over here, you just turn down a little bit. I got you about there. That should keep it at the right thing. We'll give it a minute or two, make sure it doesn't go too much higher. And I got to run outside here because I just had a package delivered from Amazon. So I'll be right back. All right, here. All right, let's see what that's doing. All right, still, oops, kicking things here. Sorry, folks. All righty. Temperature is still creeping up just a hair. And see what I can get going on here. All right, let me head back in there for a second. Back down below here. Okay, Tammy dropped out, and so I had Tammy and Lewis back. Okay, so it's just sitting at like 15.25 pounds. So I'm gonna. You're muted, Tammy.
As long as it's at 15 or above, you're good.
Yeah. So yeah, because it was supposed to be 12 and a half pounds is what the Lewis
right.
dropped out.
Yeah. So you could drop it down a little bit.
Yeah, so I'm going to go touch it down just a hair more, and then I'm also going to go do an opening in there, guys. So my something just came from Amazon, so let me go back in there.
I don't think we even got mail today. I think because of the weather, the roads are so bad.
So let me.
Oh, we lost Lewis again.
Down just a hair more again. There we go. That should do it. And let me switch some things here around here. I'm tripping over all the legs here because I'm also, here we go. So I'm going to turn this carefully and move that up here a bit. Okay. So I'm also recording this for just an unboxing video too. So online, bear with me for a second here. Hey everyone, Gil, Great Man Prepping. Got an unboxing for you. Well, I'm also doing a canning. So if you're watching the canning, the canning of the Prepper Pantry canning, you'll see this too. So what I got here is I got a box, and I had one of these come last Wednesday or Thursday, and it was damaged. And so there's no damage on the side, but the top, as you can see, it's got some damage on it, so let me get it opened up here. We're going to inspect this. Okay, so as you can see, the finger can come through that hole there. And inside, we have a dent in this, and that's all there seems to be, a dent on this piece of cardboard. This thing here is next. So there's one of these that was broken before the tab was broken off. So this one's good. This one's good. Dang. This is not good. This was jammed so tight together with the dividers, I couldn't hardly pull it apart. All right, this one seems to be good. All right. So I'll set this off to the side here. The next one here, okay, it was jammed together, but it finally popped apart. That one's good. Let's set that over there.
Hey, you're ready to make bread now.
And the last one all looks good. So now I can do it. Box toss. All right, so I got 3 of these 1.9 quart loaf pans. So I'll be able to do, I can use it for multiple things besides just cooking bread in, because they got the nice little covers on them. So let me go ahead and just set these out of the way here. And what I will probably do, I got to let the staff sergeant make the call to eliminate the electric stove here. Go ahead and pull the trigger into a gas stove, so I can actually lock the pan over there as well, and actually use an oven that doesn't run our electric bill through the roof. And then I can do different types of breads. I can do some sourdough or whatever in these, and so I'm not using the bread machine for cooking. I just use it for mixing. So right now we are sitting, and it's up to just at 16. Probably this is probably going to adjust a lot slower than the Cresta did, because it's got more metal mass on it. So well, let me adjust that. Cool. Over there. All right, and then we're going to say goodbye to the other video here. So everyone, cook good food, and I'll see you in the next video. All right, let me go ahead and stop that one. There we go. Get it out of the way. Over here. And now you had a sneak peek what goes on behind the camera. All right, so down over here, and move over. Let me get a better view on that there.
Yeah, what's the pressure at?
So it's going to get a little rattle bouncing around here for a second, folks. And there's 4 parts to the legs. So I got to shorten 2 of the legs up. Set this here. I'm at the right elevation here. There we go. And lower this down a bit. Get in closer. That's not bad. I can't see it on the camera, but right over here on this side, I don't want to burn my finger there. Right over there, it's just spitting just a little bit, just a very little bit of steam coming out there. Still up there high. Let me go ahead and lower the temperature a little bit more on the flame, lower the flame down. And we'll see if that helps out. There, come on. Don't want to go too much. There we go. We'll see how that does. That should. And that gives us a good lineup on the gauge there. And mute that one so I don't get the echoes. So yeah, those hang on, what's this internet stuff I say here? Okay. And Tammy Harder was talking about the prices on those mixes when I was showing those. And I guess Lewis dropped off again. No mail President's Day, but Amazon, FedEx, and UPS are going. Yeah. And you're muted, Tammy. Tammy, you're muted. I didn't hear what you were saying. There we go.
There we go. I said that's why we didn't get mail.
Yeah.
I thought it was just because the roads were drifted shut and it was sloppy and they canceled school, but no, it's because it's President's Day. That makes sense.
Oh, yeah. So that one there should start going down here. All right, we're down to 10 people watching. So the temperature on that should, I mean, the pressure should start coming down. Now I turn the flames down a little bit. Get it back down closer to 15. Hang on. I'm going to have to go watch that video afterwards. Reap What You Sow just put up a video. Would you use this wood? Japanese cedar. So I'll put that off to the side to save that. But yeah, being able to stream to my wife's phone,
What I'd use it for.
yeah, and stuff. It's will make it nice for her to be able to keep an eye on it once she's up here on canning and stuff, where we can go about doing things we normally do and not worry about it. We know, okay, all right, yeah, check it and see what's going on. Lewis, well, this is why Lewis keeps dropping out.
There he is.
Snowing too much. Yeah. He's put up a couple of videos in the last couple of days about what's going on up there in Canada with his little property and stuff he's doing up there in the snow. And he's in the one he's saying he's 5.
I was laughing because it's pretty much what we've been getting.
Yeah, he's talking about how tall he is and how tall the snowbank is. Yeah. Interesting stuff up there. I mean, it's like let me look at the other page over here. Let me go ahead and drop that down for a minute. I'll go back in and do research on that. Get up the weather here. Refresh. Washington's birthday / President's Day. Okay, and it says less than ½ an inch possible. Winds 22 miles an hour with gusts as high as 32. Yes, I heard that 32 miles an hour last night in bed. And a lot of the snow that was on the front lawn is gone. You see all the tufts of grass sticking up amongst the other snow that's being held in place by the tufts of grass. But the walkway is clear where I dumped ice out yesterday afternoon out to this street. So yeah, that's right. Today's Monday, so
You mean salt?
my son-in-law. What did I say? What did I say, Tammy?
Ice. You dumped ice on it.
Ice melt. Ice. Okay, I did the ice melt on it. Salt, yes. Dumped the ice melt on the snow on the driveway out there to melt
You
the
said
ice.
you dumped ice on your driveway.
Yeah. And
like ice melt. Okay.
And so so today's Monday, so it's my son-in-law's second day of his weekend. Yeah, he's that's why the grandsons aren't over here already. Which is, I'm kind of surprised that Danny's not over here, because usually Danny gets home from school about 11:30 from kindergarten, and he comes over here. So, or first grade, he gets home at 1:30 from first grade. So next year he does the full school year. Oh. Well, minus 18 last night, currently -4. What's my temperature here currently? Never mind. I ain't going to bug you guys with my temperature. It's actually, all right. The projected high today.
I'm a balmy 12 degrees.
I'm sweltering here then, because the temperature with the snow front coming in is all above. The high is all above freezing. The lows are still down in down in the low 20s, but the high is supposed to be 33 today. It says it's 35 out there. So we're having some of this.
You're double my temperature.
Yeah, the snow is starting to melt a little bit out there. Tomorrow's going to be 31. Wednesday's 32. Thursday's back is going to be supposed to be up to 35. Friday, no snow, mostly cloudy, but no snow. Temperature's going to be 34. When the clouds are gone in the wintertime, the temperature plummets.
Yeah.
But we got winds gusting through. Today's gust is 32 with supposed constant at 22. Tomorrow's is 16 to 18 with gusts of 26. Wednesday down to 8 miles an hour. So we'll see what things look like.
We have 30 mile an hour. Yeah, we have 30 mile an hour winds, and they're drifting all the roads shut because they're not gusts. They're just straight 30 mile an hour winds.
All right, so it's down on 15, maybe 14 and 7/8. So it's doing pretty good there.
Yep.
Oh, ow, wind chills. Ow, ow. Do not go out, Sandy. Do not go out tonight. Not at all. Not even.
Sandy.
Yeah.
Ouch. That's just painful cold.
And Lewis is sitting at 10 degrees Fahrenheit right now. So he's warmer than Sandy is.
Yeah.
Sandy's right now is at
that was
4. -4. Currently -4. Oh, wow. Yeah, there's supposed to be a dip coming down. So I'm not sure how much farther it's coming down. It's, if I remember the picture right, it's missing western Montana, but it's catching eastern Montana over to the Great Lakes. And so it's bulging down. Where is Sandy at? She's in.
Yeah.
She's not in your state, is she? I think she's Wisconsin
I don't
or
know.
Minnesota. I think she's Minnesota.
I think Minnesota, but I'm not 100%.
Yeah. All righty. Yeah. So it's sitting there. So we're looking good now. Okay. Time. Because I forgot to set the timer on it. So and it was five after 1, I think, when it finally got above 13. So that was at 15, 16. Yeah, it's about 5 after 1. So 90 minutes from that. I better go set the timer in there just so I don't forget. So that's hour 20 after that's 90, so 70 minutes. So let me go set that. Be right back. Okay, so I got the timer set there. Actually, I should have just brought that back down here. Yeah. That's why I got something else set up in the front room there. I got the Gazelle, I got the exercise bike, I got the treadmill, and I got the weight bench. The time it would take me to drive to a gym is 17 minutes if I catch all the signals green. And 17 minutes, that's a half hour that I can just work out more here. Oh. Now my one son decides to ship his weight rack, which he's not using right now, up here. Then I'll actually do a little room out in the shop there and actually get the gas plumbed out to the shop and get it heated up. Oh, Tammy Harder's in southern Minnesota. Negative. Oh,
Here on the computer, and it's really lagging. I may have to go live on the phone tonight.
yeah. Negative 40 below wind chill advisory for Tammy Harder tonight in southern Minnesota.
Oh, it's Tammy that's in Minnesota.
Yeah.
Brr.
Oh, yeah. All I can say is I remember when it was minus 27 out on the patio out here when 2 years ago. We didn't have the hard winds blowing at that time. It was just, maybe 3-5 miles an hour, and that was it. But negative 40 wind chill. Oh man. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Close that down. Yeah. Yes, that's holding pretty good. It looks like it's down to maybe 14 and a half, which means it'll probably hang there for the next 25 minutes before I may have to adjust it up a hair, but that's going to be pretty good. Oh, so Sandy is in Minnesota too. She's northern region. Ow, ow, ow. My toes just turned blue and fell off. Oh. Hmm. Yeah, let's see what's going on here. Got some other. Okay, this is interesting. Some headlines coming up for Thursday. Froze. California's top 5 ranking for best U.S. place to move to. Yeah, California is the number 1 place people are moving out of after moving there. Within 18 months, they move back out of California after moving there. They're number 1 for people moving out. So this California's top 5 ranking for best places to move to. That's the state has probably bought someone off on that one because there's so many people saying, vacating California because of the great nuisance and his professional demon rats. Oh, she dropped. I think she's switching over to her phone. So let's see. Also coming up, Washington Supreme Court reverses ruling on police officers who attended January 6th rally. Oh, they're calling it a rally again, not a insurrection. Yeah, they're realizing that all the crap, there's so much stuff coming out that the FBI was the one orchestrating all the crap on January 6th, and she's back on her phone. And you did.
Yeah, you were just like cutting in and out and the death circle wheel. And when I could hear you, you were like talking in super fast speed, and then you were frozen, and it was like, okay, I'm done. I'm going to switch back.
Yeah, you were Mr. Roboto when you were talking too.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Something out there with the internet today.
Yeah, and let's see. I gotta move that over for those 2 articles over for Thursday night. That's gonna be interesting Thursday night when I go over those. Oh, interesting. Just another email just came in. This week, the Oregon Logging Conference is going on in Eugene, Oregon.
My great grandfather was a lumberman in the Eugene, Oregon area. He's buried in Eugene, Oregon.
My mom was born in Eugene, Oregon.
Well,
after my grandmother left up by Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, up the ranch up there, she went to Eugene, met Orville, and had 2 daughters, and then divorced him for cheating on her. And then she moved down to my grandmother moved down to Southern California, where a bunch of her brothers and her sister moved to. And then I was born down there after my mom got married.
Well, my grandpa came from Canada, lumbered off Michigan, and then he went to Oregon, and he lumbered, and I can tell you the exact spot. Every one of you that may have seen it, if you watched a certain vampire / werewolf movie, Twilight, when she jumps into the ocean,
Mm-hmm.
she's actually like this little cut that comes in from the ocean. And on the other side of the view, when they show like how far it is distance between there, that's where he lumbered, is the other side of that cut across from Forks. Yeah, somebody's groundhog lied.
A couple of them lied.
Yeah.
I think the woolly caterpillar lied too.
Yes, yes, he did. A lot of those lied. Or it's just my son is to blame. He got his snowmobile license for the first time. He does not have a car. He got his boater's license last summer. He got his snowmobile license this fall, and all he's done is pray for snow. So maybe it's just his prayers are being answered all over the United States. But anyway,
That's all right. I don't know about snowmobile licensing out here or not. I haven't heard anybody talk about having to have a snowmobile license.
it's just for kids who are under the age of 16 who don't have a driver's license in Michigan. So if you have a driver's license, you can drive a boat, you can drive a snowmobile, and it covers both of them. But if you don't have a motor vehicle license and you're under the age of 16, you can get this license, and then it allows kids to drive.
Interesting. Around here, I know for anybody under 16, if their parents own agricultural land, they can drive. Oh, I hear someone coming over here. Something. So I should have a boy come in here in a minute. They can drive agricultural trucks out on the highway, going from one branch to the other without a license. They can drive tractors out there. They can drive the quads out there.
As young as 8, if they have a farm license.
Yeah. Well, they don't even have a farm license. They just got to be underage, and the parents have to own ag land.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm not sure which boy is here. Let me go take a look-see. And it's getting down to 14. Let me go take a look at that flame too. Actually, turn on the volume out there.
Oh, it's two of them because it means our program there.
Okay.
Everybody got it.
Okay, guys, stand right there. Say hi, Internet. Okay. So we're on a live stream right now, and we're recording. I'm canning right now, so that's what's going on. Let me go check that temperature. Okay, it's right at 14 pounds. So I'm just going to let it sit there for a little bit longer. And we got 1 hour to go before the timer goes off. Hey, shh. Camera's picking up what you're talking about. Watch your TV. Keep it low. Or you don't have your suspenders on, Daniel. You can't run on the treadmill. You go back in here. Let me mute that camera.
They're so cute.
Yeah. Yeah, the number 3 has some little thing going on at school. So, yeah, she's dropping the 2 of them off here so she can go over there. Here's the interesting thing. What they're calling Gobbler's Knob now is not the real Gobbler's Knob. The real Gobbler's Knob is half a mile away. I was there shortly after the property that Gobbler's Knob was bought, and by someone, and they didn't, no one, the person that owned Gobbler's Knob, everyone was up there, and he just, he's offered the money, he sold the property, and all all of a sudden it was like, ah, and so for in 78, 79, 80, it was held downtown Punxsutawney at the park down there. And there's a building down there at the park in Punxsutawney, a big roundish building set partway into the ground. You can go in there, you can see stuff. It's got glasses where you can see the Punxsutawney Phil, Punxsutawney Phyllis, and the other groundhogs down there. And they made this little thing out in the park where they'd go out there and they would have a back door in there and they'd poke him out. He'd come out his hole, and then if he looked around, he went back inside again. Or he didn't look back inside, he just looked around and stay out there for a little bit. But they rebuilt the stuff up at Gobbler's Knob, at the new Gobbler's Knob, which is about a half-mile north of the original Gobbler's Knob. So that was fun time up there. Yeah. Let me find out something. Daniel, come here. Come here very carefully. Did you have school today?
No.
No, no school? Okay. So you're off because of President's Day. Okay. Go, guys. Yeah, let's see. I got their birth dates up on a post-it up here. So Danny was born November 26th, and then November, December, January, February, March, April 7th, Oliver was born. So they're 16 and a half months apart. And Oliver is a big boy. He's in the 90th percentile for his age, for his height. Hang on, I'm not hearing you. You're not muted. I'm not sure why I can't hear you. Anyways, temperature is still hanging right at 14, so that looks good. If it hangs at 14 for the next half hour, we should be good. A half hour, 50 minutes, something like that. Still can't hear you. Yeah, you're going to go out and come back in. That's what I figured. All right, we got 11 watching, everybody. Yep. So we anyone that came in after others went out, the canner you see there has 2 quarts of taco meat in it and 3 quarts of chicken broth in it. And here she comes back.
I got a phone call.
Yeah.
I got a phone call, but since I could hear you, because usually I can't hear you, I thought it was still good, but apparently it wasn't.
Yeah. For those that came in the picture over there we go. And that red crock pot is where I fixed up 10 pounds of taco meat, and the 2 quarts are the last quarts of it. Plus, that's when I'm doing the other stuff in it. Our Treasured Homestead, welcome in.
Hi.
And so, yeah, so this is the actual first time canning food in the All-American. That after I put the little jiggler thing right there on it, which hasn't jiggled. All it does is sit there and just sputter, just spits a little bit.
Because it would have to get up to 16 pounds, and you only need 12.
Yeah.
So.
So it just sits there and just spits a little bit. And yeah, I think everybody's internet is sketching. Yeah. Both Tammy and Sandy are saying internet is sketching, freezing up stuff. Yeah. Probably the colder is the if you're on any sort of dish, you're going to have problems.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
If you hear snoring, it's not me. Just letting you know. I'm not the one making those funny noises in the background.
And then this other one back up here.
She's enjoyed having me. I had to go into town. Well, I guess I can tell. My daughter is expecting again, and she went for an appointment, and Dad wanted to go too. So I went into town for just an hour to watch the grandson, so she could go to her appointment. So keep all your fingers and toes crossed. It's a girl this time.
Oh. I'm doing some research here for you on the other berries, trying to see what it says out. Okay. I got to do it a little bit different on here. I'm doing research on that Emmer, not Elmer, Emmer wheat.
Oh yeah, because we never did figure out. I've never
Yes.
heard of that. Neither of us.
Okay, so Emmer wheat. Let me bring up it now. A hybrid species of wheat produce edible seeds that have been used since ancient time as a food. Blah blah blah. Ancient times, domesticated. Domesticated types are Triticum.
Oh, okay. That I've heard of.
Yeah, and some others. And anyway, it's under the Wikipedia, and let me go ahead and drop this name here in the chat so you guys can see that. There we go. So I'm not sure. Let's go into Wikipedia and see if it says about it. If it's the principal difference between the wild and domestic forms is that the ripened seed head of the wild shatters and scatters the seed in the ground, while the domesticated emmer, the seed head remains intact. That's what makes it easier for people to harvest. So the wild one, you touch it and it goes. I've seen stuff like that around here. You go to got some weeds. You you touch the stalk to pull the weed, and it goes poof, like crap.
Right now, you got 20 weeds.
Yeah, next year you have 20 weeds there. Here we go. Along with einkorn, emmer was one of the first crops domesticated in the Near East. It was widely cultivated in the ancient world, but is now a relic crop in mountain areas of Europe and Asia. Emmer is one of the three grains called farro, F-A-R-R-O, in Italy. So it might be okay. Down here, description: like einkorn and spelt, emmer is a whole wheat, meaning it has strong husks that enclose the grains and semi-brittle shaft. Okay. Upon threshing, the whole wheat spike breaks up into spikettes and required milling or pounding to release the grains from the gumens or the husks. Okay, it may or may not be. So common ancestor. I can't. I mean, even looking at this on a big screen, I can't hardly see, read what's on here for the different type. Wild einkorn over on the far left, wild red einkorn, and barb grass is. This is a good one. So wild Elmer is down here. It comes from the wild red einkorn and the mixture of this other one here. So it's not that too far off. So it's probably a healthier wheat than the other stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and find that one there. And that's why it's more expensive. It's $165 for 43 pounds. So I'm going to add that to the to my food list here. And not sure. Which one to put it under. I'm going to put that under food storage. So, yeah, that's for 43 pounds, it's 165. So that price is right up there with the einkorn almost. Yeah, so let me doing some research here on it here. Einkorn berries are $30 for 5 pounds. Spelt is $26 for 5 pounds. Another good one. And the quorsia is that for 5 pounds. Let me get out the calculator. I'll give you guys some math on the wheat here on this real quick here. So that's 43. Actually, let me do it the other way around. So that's 165 for 43 pounds. So divided by 43 equals $3.84 a pound times 5 equals. So it is a little bit cheaper than the einkorn or the spelt, but it is more expensive than the regular wheat berries and stuff like that, though, the modern stuff. So, but it's still not as good as the spelt or. And yeah, because the spelt is. Oh, hang on here. Let me bring up the. Open that one separately.
The Kamut is the other one she's asking about, and that is right up there with einkorn and spelt.
Yeah.
As far as being one of the good original grains.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually not supposed to affect your gut like the modern ones.
So let me do this here. So 86 divided by 5 equals 17. The spelt is about the same price as for 5 pounds as the emmer, which is still much more than the others, but where's the other one here? Tap on this one. Which one is this? And this is so the einkorn for a 5 pound is 29. The spelt is where did I put it? The spelt is 17, and the other one here, let me do the math again because they don't have it that listed down. This listed down in the 5 pounds on it. But probably the fact that it's in 5 pounds is more price gets jacked up. So let me look at something here. Yes, yeah. So if you get it in 5 pounds instead of the other, the spelt is 25, from the same company. And Emmer, let's see if I can find the Emmer in the 5 pounds here. Hang on, from the same company. Uh, 25 for this here. Yeah, I'm a dummy. I'm a dummy. So yeah, so the 43 pounds there. 2 24-pound ones is cheaper than the 43, so that's a better buy to get it at the this one here. So you're actually getting 5 pounds more for $30 less. But down here at the 5 pounds, it's 25. So yeah, the cheapest price for the Emmer is the 2 24-pound bags. That's 18 cents per ounce. Whereas the 25-pound bags are 22 cents, and the 5 pound is 32, and the 43 is 24. Okay, I'm gonna be, after I'm all done here, I'm gonna be doing a lot of more research on wheat stuff. Maybe bringing everything I find out about this to a live stream on the wheat stuff here down the road here. Never really tried any ancient grains. Yeah, the thing is with some of these ancient grains, the spelt and the acorn specifically, and probably the Emmer, since it's listed right in the genealogy on it, is they are easier to digest than modern wheat berries. The modern wheat berries are very hard to digest, and they have a higher where is it here? Get the right word for it here. Glycemic index on it. So the ancient grains are a lot healthier for you. They don't spike your glucose levels or anything else. They don't aggravate your stomach. So,
And most of them are also organic, so they're not grown with glycophosphate.
Yeah, because the
glycophosphate
will kill it. They're not been bred to be immune to it.
Yeah.
Which is why the modern stuff is probably so hard on your gut, anyways. Because it's gotta be able to stand up to the crap. Stand up to the glyphosate clap and take care of it. Crap, not clap. Yeah. And what was the mixer you got?
I got it's made by Nutrimil, which also makes Bosch, and it is the Artiste.
Okay.
And it's Bosch's little sister.
Hang on here.
I haven't found it on Amazon. I've found some of the parts for it, but it's $299 on the Nutrimil website. Nutrimil also makes a grain mill, which I would that's what I thought I had. The minute I saw Nutrimil on this, I'm like, oh, it's a grain mill. And I snapped it up, went and got a cart, and then I'm looking down in the cart and I'm like, grain mills don't have mixer attachments.
Nutrimil?
Yep.
Nutrimil, boom.
The benefit of this one is it's got the motor is on the bottom. So it can.
It has this one right here.
Yes.
Yeah. And the Bosch, it's there, 500 watts, same size, Yeah.
Yeah, they're made by the same company. You can interchange the attachments.
Okay.
But it's just the capacity, the weight capacity that they can handle. I can do 6 loaves of bread, mix 6 loaves of bread, which I couldn't do in my KitchenAid.
Yeah.
In my NutriMill, and I can do 35 dozen cookies at a time in the Artiste, which I could not do that many in my KitchenAid.
Yeah. Yes, Andy. Yeah. So they have less gluten, make a heavier bread.
Yes.
I'm wondering if they make a heavier bread whether it can be cut thinner too. And worst comes to worst, it makes a heavier bread. It means it also makes a nice heavier little dinner roll that you can cut in half and make little sliders. So I'm just looking at yeah, I don't see a NutriMill wheat grinder here. I put that in and it's showing everybody else but the NutriMill wheat grinder.
Yeah, they don't sell their stuff on Amazon the
Too
way
much.
yeah. They have their own website that they sell stuff on. Like I tried to look for some of the parts thinking they might be cheaper on Amazon, the attachments, and they're not, because it's just like it's kind of the same as the KitchenAid. It has all the, like, I can hook a blender attachment, I can
Yeah.
hook a chopper, I can hook a grater. It has all these different attachments just like the KitchenAid does.
Yeah.
And then actually some of them you set it up sideways to run, which is kind of weird. It has a suction cup to keep it from vibrating off the counter too.
Temperature is getting down to close to 13 and a half. Let me go edge up the heat. It's above 12 and a half. So it's a 13 and a half. I give it a couple more minutes and I'll go edge it up. But if something here looks interesting here as far as wheat grinders go, this one here, because it looks like it grinds it and kicks it off into the bowl on the side.
Yeah, so it's a closed system, so it doesn't get dust everywhere. The one above it, what's the brand of the one at the top right there? That one.
This one right here goes on there. This is it says all metal grain mill attachment for KitchenAid.
It almost looked like the one I got at the garage sale.
Yeah.
One I got at the garage sale is just a hand crank.
Yeah. I'm going to open both these up here. So this is that one there. Is this by KitchenAid? No, this is the Jokey store. Jooke store. So that's what this mill here is.
It wouldn't be bad to have though.
Yeah. This one here. Okay. It can grind red chili peppers, red lentils, rock salt, rosemary, white hominy corn. Okay, it says now the garbanzo has a double asterisk. What else is anything else is double asterisk? No, but double asterisk is with large grain adapters sold separately, and then the single single asterisk is with small grain adapters sold separately. So I don't think I need to do the garbanzo beans or something like this. Be interesting. I'm not gonna play the video about it. I'll have to look into this. I'm gonna add this to kitchen stuff. That's where I'll move it to, kitchen stuff. Yeah. Take another look at that to make sure. I better go check it. It's getting down to 12 and a half.
Okay.
Be right back here. And also, in case I need the chat out there, turn the mic on. All right. Yeah. Angle was a little deceptive on it, but I'll still bump it up a hair. There we go. Just a hair. That ought to stop it from dropping down. Oh. And while that's doing that, I can't go in the other room because the kids have the TV on and they'll do a copyright strike if it hits whatever the cartoon is on there.
Yeah.
All righty. They're having fun and they're watching Little Blue People. Smurfs.
Ah.
CB's here. Woo-hoo.
Crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. So
Well,
I almost set up the bread machine and started doing bread at the same time.
you would have had time to do a loaf of bread while you were waiting for this, and at least your kitchen would be nice and steamy so it'd rise fast.
Well, it's inside the bread machine. It has the heater in there and stuff on it, so it's
that's right.
controlled on that. But yeah.
I missed my bread machine. I don't have a bread machine.
Yeah, this is let me pull that up here. My orders. Scroll back. Okay, so the little attachment right there on top that I replaced was this is the cheapest one on Amazon, and the price dropped on me. $2.40. So, anyways, and it threaded in. It went in good, tight. I didn't have to put any goop on it, and it sealed up excellent on it. And let me go back here. But the bread machine. So those are the ones that came here, and total was 0 because it was replacement of the other one, which was broken. But here's the bread machine I got. And this was, hang on a second here. I thought it was 70. I thought it was higher than that when I bought it. Did this drop in price too? I'm going to be mad if it did. View order. Yeah, it dropped. It was $71.99 when I got it, and it is now $70.59. So it dropped $1.40.
Well, that's good for the next person.
Yeah. So everybody wants this. It's really good. Has all the, you got your basic, your French, your whole wheat, your quick bread, your sweet bread, your gluten. Side it says kneading, cake, express, jam, yogurt, bake, and homemade. Whatever that is. So it's got all sorts of different things to do on it. It comes with recipes in the book for a bunch of different, for all the things I listed there. For the bread wise, for the 2-pound loaf or the 1.5-pound loaf. And the 2-pound loaf raised, I think I may I didn't scrape the top of the measuring spoon when I got out the yeast. I kind of tapped to level it off. So I may have gotten a little more yeast, a little bit, just enough to make it rise up enough to touch the top inside, just barely touch it. But No, I didn't show that. Dang, I didn't show that. There we go. Yeah, so that's still on $70.50 right now, which was cheaper than any of the others. And it has the 14 settings on it.
Ooh.
And it has that little hook. That's cool because when you take it, the loaf falls out of the pan. You take that hook and you reach inside the hole of the kneading blade. And that little hooks on there and pulls it out of the bread without making a big mess.
Oh.
And if it starts to make a big mess, you just take a bread knife and cut just a little bit to crack the crust, because the crust is solid underneath the paddle. So you just crack it and it slides right out. So it worked really good. And there's the measurements: 5.5 inches wide, 11 3/4 deep, and 11.5 tall. Not bad for a little one. And pressure's back up to 14.25.
How much more time on your timer?
I would say approximately 20 minutes, maybe 25. Let me go take a look. Well, 30 minutes. Just hit 30 right now. So it's got 30 minutes to go on it. Let me go check on the boys here. All righty. Yeah, they're doing fine watching a little animated cartoon. All right, so this is one of the two Trevettes, whatever you want to call it, from inside the All-American. So.
All right. I am going to have to go because I got a couple things I got to do before tonight. So I'll see everybody back tonight.
Yep.
All right. Bye-bye.
And tonight's live stream is going to be on hers and my other channel, Camp Patton Family Compound.
Yep.
All righty. All right. See you later. All righty. And that's going to be at 8 o'clock Eastern. And figure out time zones from there. Tuber chat. Woohoo! Welcome, welcome. Yeah, so since you're just coming in, I got in the canner there in the kitchen. I got 2 quarts of the taco meat that I did up, and I got 3 quarts of chicken broth in there. So I got 5 quart jars in there. And so this is the first time actually canning food in the All-American 921 canner. I have canned stuff before in the Presto, but I'm doing the other one, which was gifted to us by friends of ours who she passed away, and her husband was emptying out stuff, and he gave my wife the 21 quart canner and the 15 cases of canning jars, something like that. So, and so we're just doing this here. I really should have done the bread in there as well, but I'm gonna when this is done, It's I'm looking at time wise. What I may do is hang on. I hear boys yelling in the other room there. Let me mute them. I'm muting that camera there. That's on the that one. And what I'll probably do about 5 o'clock, 5, 6, 7. Maybe about 4 o'clock. I will start get it so it starts at 4 o'clock. A loaf of bread. That way, when we finish the live stream tonight at 9 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock my time, it should just about be. It should be done, and I may just fire up the Kindle camera that I'm using right now, and then I can pop that out at the end of tonight's live stream. We'll have to see if I can time it right. If I'm that good. So yeah, there's I'm trying to get as much stuff going here, trying to get good at the canning. So when my wife retires from her job this year and joins me up here, we can do a whole lot more and get more stuff done. I will probably Saturday or Sunday. Shoot, I may do it Wednesday. I'll have to go pull out a bunch of the come on, brain, work. Stew meat that I got, the cube stew meat from Sam's Club. I got a bunch of it frozen. I'll have to go pull out some of that and get it defrosted. So Wednesday morning I can get it going and can that up. And actually, I got plenty of beef broth left over that I still haven't canned. I only got like 10 quarts. So Shady Hill Homestead, hey. Yeah, I'm beginning to like it. The only thing all right. So far, I've noticed that the All-American takes longer to heat up and longer to cool down than the Presto, and that's because it has more aluminum in the construction of it. So it's a heavier canner. And I got to get check with my daughter. She just picked up a Tefal canner that she hasn't used yet. It's sitting up on her top shelf over there. So I have to check that one out too. But and we're going to see what we can do. Can do a lot more canning because we got a lot of meat in freezers. The bottom half of the chest freezer, that's so washing machine, refrigerator, chest freezer in the kitchen over there. The bottom half of it is vacuum sealed bags of meat. The chest freezer out in the shop has 2 more 10-pound chubs in it of ground hamburger, and I'm not sure how many vacuum sealed bags of meat that need to come out of there and go into the pressure canner, and it's up to 15. I just barely a hair on that on the control knob for the gas, and it's just jumping up there. It's I'm gonna have to watch it if it gets up above, but it's hanging out there just under 15, so that's good. So we got about 20 more minutes before I go turn it off, and it's going to take at least 45 minutes to an hour to cool down. But yeah, that's going to put it at, I'll probably be cracking it open at 2:30 my time, 4:30 Eastern time. But yeah, the All-American takes longer to heat up and longer to cool down. So I'm probably going to switch back to the Presto. Even though the lid on the All-American is easier to get off, the Presto of its gasket likes to afterwards, and it's really hard to get it to twist to break loose. Where with the All-American, just once you have the vent opened up and it's no pressure on it, you just unscrew the 6 lockdowns, bump it over, and if it's sticking in at all, you just put a big screwdriver and just a little bit, it breaks the seal of the oil and just comes loose and comes right off. Cool, Tammy. I'm not sure, but I just saw it up there when I was over there night before last. Walked over and I just looked at it. I'm not sure what's going on over there today. I mean, what she has over there later on. I'll try to get a look at it, hopefully before tonight's live stream. And wait, it's Monday night, so Andrew's home. He can watch the kids. I may bring Megan over here tonight because I don't think she's ever pressure canned at all. I'm 99.99% sure she's never pressure canned. If she has, she did it in a is it the Instapot? She may have done something in Instapot. Wait, so let me go ahead and get rid of that. Closing out some other things here on the side here. Don't need to have these all open anymore. So let me see. I don't need the spelt berries. The cheapest one on spelt is. It's interesting. I was talking about the wheat berries and stuff. The spelt is the cheapest by getting the 2 24-pound bags. Comes out to be 15 cents per ounce. Where the 25-pound bag is, the single 25-pound bag is 22 cents per ounce. And these all have free delivery, so yeah. I'm going to add that one to my list on Amazon of stuff to get here. That in the food storage. Yeah. And all right. So let me close that one out. And this is the Elmer. It's also at 18 for yeah. So the Elmer and the Spelt are the same price if you get the 2 24-pound bags of wheat berries. They're $135 for the 2 24-pound bags, but that takes it down to 18 cents per ounce, which you're going to get a lot of flour out of that. Storage. Okay, so I got that. Got the Elmer, the Spelt, Icorn. Ah, dang, that hurts. The Icorn from the same company, they have it in the 5-pound bags, but they are currently unavailable in all the others. Dang it. However, I wonder, will it still allow me to? No, yeah, I scan, add it to the list. So I'm going to add it to the food storage list. Boom. And then I will add one of these to the food storage list as well. And if you order, it has a 5% or 10% savings if you put it on to subscribe and save, where you order it where it comes once a month or once every 2-3 months. Cool. I'm just going to add that to the food storage. Trying to get some healthier grains in here, because all these so far are 100% glyphosate free, 100% insecticide free, 100%. Yeah, done old school, and it's still sitting there. So I'll close that one. Checking one other thing here. All right. All right, and put that into canning. Don't need that KitchenAid. Don't need that KitchenAid. There. Just putting stuff in the shopping list here. Doesn't mean I'm going to get it right away. I have stuff in my want list that's been in my wish list that's been there for years. I just wait until it's actually time we actually need to get it. Okay, kitchen stuff. There we go. That kitchen stuff. Get rid of that one. There. Elmer spells that. So I got those berries. So I get rid of that one open. Don't think I need one that big. Get rid of that one. No, I don't need to spend $7,000 on a 60-quart Hobart mixer. No, I like living. Caught up on that. Okay, pressure's creeping up over 15. Let me go back in there and reset it. Okay. All right. All right. So I had got it turned down again. Danny's on the Gazelle, working out on the Gazelle. His pants don't fall down like they do on the treadmill. The little dude is built like my dad. No hips, straight body. And so if he doesn't have belts on or suspenders, his pants, he gets running, his pants go whoop. Cool. Excellent. Absolutely fantastic. All righty. Yeah. So that should start coming down a little bit. I just nudged it a little bit. I mean, it's really delicate in the one spot there. The problem is with the burners on the or the problem with the burners on this type of a propane stovetop, the knobs are really small, so you got to barely move it. Where they're big knobs, you can move it just you have better control because the bigger knob has to move farther outside to move the center spindle the same amount. So, oh yeah. Mm. Yeah, this will now give me 14 quarts of taco meat in the cupboard. It'll give me 3 quarts of beef broth, 3 quarts of chicken broth, 2 quarts of sterilized water. And considering that the quarts with the meat in it it actually has, so for every 10 pounds of ground beef, there's 2 quarts of broth mixed in with it. So basically, I actually have 20 pounds of ground beef in jars with broth liquid, so it's not all going to be all dry and stuff. So like if my wife wanted to make beefy noodles, where she takes it and she adds flour and stuff to it to make a gravy, she's already got the liquid ready to go, and it's going to be great. And comments back up here. There we go. So got 10 more minutes to go here, approximately. And then I go in and I turn it off. And then when it comes to 45 minutes for it to cool down. So, yeah, because the All-American does take longer to cool down. I knew I forgot to do something over here. And normally when I'm doing stuff, I will set the timer on the stove for 15 minutes. And I'll work on my computer in there where I'm doing my novels at. And when it goes beep, I go over and I check the gauge and stuff. Because if I start hearing it going sputtering, I'd go in and check it anyways. But if it's not, I'm just going to make sure it's staying up and the pressure's right. And I need to go into my lists here. Food. Okay. Okay, somebody mentioned a type of wheat earlier. See if I can find it. Begins with a K. Scrolling back up. And I just found it in here. I may go by it too fast here. Oh, no, that's different than what I found. I found another one, ancient grain ones here that I got in my wish list here that I am working on. What I found over here is the Khorasan, Khorasan, Khorasan wheat berries, also from Grand Teton / Ancient Grains. Here, and I need to move all those into, I'm going to put them all into a different one here. I'm going to have to create another one just for all the wheat berries. Storage, get those all over in that one there. Problem is when I'm putting in the one called food storage, it also has stuff for storing food. All right. Let me look up that one. I'm going to go ahead and look that up while I'm doing it here. So KAMUT. Okay. So it looks like it's a blend of 3 different, or not, it's comparison, trying to figure out what it is. It's an Oriental wheat of the tetraploid wheat species. The grain is twice the size of modern day wheat. Interesting. Let me see. Okay, hang on here. So Azure Standard carries it. Amazon has the flour. That new one, see if I can. They already have it as a flour. They also have, that's the core. Okay, they have it in the wheat berries too. But interesting. And they got several different ways of getting it in the wheat berries as well. In 5 pounds, 3 pounds, and 25-pound bags. That's what I was wondering, because the one that lists it says Comet, wheat berries, Coruscant. So yeah. So then I got the that's comes from Grand Teton Ancient Grains as well, and it looks like you can get the same prices breaks on it as the other stuff here. All right. All right. Create a list. I'm creating a new list just for wheat berries. I got several different ones in there now. I'm also going to put in the wheat berries and flour. Make it easier for me to track stuff and keep it going there. All right. Create. And go back here to food storage and start moving these over here to wheat berries and flour. 2. Yep, moving it over there. Now, a lot of these I've been saving around here, so get them all into one place here. Okay, and that's the storage stuff there. Yeah. Cool. The berries, yep. The berries. And what else I was looking at? Going through here. Check that one. That has that stuff. Healthy food. Go to check that one. I did find the 30% less sodium with where is it here? Oh, I hear the timer going. Time to go in there and turn it off. Then I'll get back to this here. Yeah, the kitchen is several degrees warmer than the dining room or the living room, so I got the fans going on to help circulate the air around the house and try to balance it out. So the cooler air blowing against the pressure canner there should help it cool down a little bit quicker, more like the Presto cools down. All right, so can't find the other one here. Not sure where I put it. It's not showing up here. I found the thing of the one type of salt that is lower, a little bit lower in sodium and higher in potassium. I found it. I found the price on it, and now I can't find it. There. Hang on. Aha. Because it was there. So on one of the other lives, this stuff was mentioned about the salt, and so this is the found out from the company here, Selena Naturally, the Celtic sea salt, the potassium pink cave salt. So it's lower in sodium and higher in potassium, which is good for you. So And there is the link for that if anybody's interested in that, want to go look at it. I have no affiliate with it or anything else, so I am going to check something else out here, though, to see, in case, if the price on, if they have it. Oh, they do have it on Amazon, and it's the same size. It is the same size, and that's $10.48. And Amazon has it cheaper. So the link I posted there was to the actual company site. The Amazon has the exact same one for $1.48 cheaper. And let me open this here up. Save money where you can. Shoot. Okay, so let's see if I can get this to work right here. Let's see. Actually, before I do that, I actually will look. Let's see, that brings it up. Yeah, there we go. So here's the Amazon link for that if you're interested in the Amazon. And Amazon has it for $9 for it instead of $10.48. And it's free shipping too, 2-day Prime shipping. And let me go add that to the healthy food. Boom. Okay. That pressure's dropping. It's the last 5 pounds that really drags on. We're hitting down just about the 10 pounds, so it's dropping nice and quick. Uh-oh. Another plane crash? Where at? All right. Got that stuff there. Let me look, see if I can find it here. "35 minutes ago from on USA Today, 9 minutes ago on CNN, 2 hours ago on CTV, and okay, so this is oh boy. Delta Airlines plane crashes in Toronto, Canada. You can see it here. This picture here, plane is upside down. Yeah. No, I don't need to see that. Okay, don't need to have the ads up there. Okay, and CNN says what we know so far is teams are responding to it. All 80 people on board were evacuated, according to a statement by the Federal Aviation Administration. At least 3 people were taken to local hospital with critical injuries. Separately, Canada has reported 8 people were injured, according to paramedics. So 8 people injured, 3 people critically injured. No deaths listed so far. All right. There's the crash site there. So it's at Toronto Pearson International Airport. So it looks like it crashed at the airport. Zoom in here. Yeah. So it crashed and flipped on one of the runways. And it looks like it's next to the one long runway here. Either that or it took the taxi turn there. If it took the taxi turn and was going too fast, it flipped. Okay. Yeah, so Toronto Pearson's International Airport. Close that out. It was coming from Minneapolis. Thank you, CB. Oh, man. Nobody died this time, folks. That's good to hear. Oh. Okay, we're down to 8 pounds pressure. It's dropping off. Tanner's sitting there slowly cooling down. That one, that looks, I'm sorry, but on a taxiway, I have a feeling somebody was going a little too fast, or they went to they cut the corner because of snow up there and stuff, and they caught the edge of the grass off the taxiway and went and flipped. That's my personal opinion from what and knowing how mechanical things work. That's what I'd be willing to bet on, that it probably cut the corner and a wheel caught down into the off the shoulder into the snow, or it got caught in the snow was so piled up high off the side, he skidded into it, caught, and flipped. So, because if it's the slows are usually going, takes a bit. It would take a bunch of wind to lift to one side and flip it. Yep, I saw that too. Audit of Fort Knox. There's already reports out. Yeah, most of the gold is not in Fort Knox. It's been moved elsewhere. And we've been having to pay stuff overseas, move stuff to the overseas guys who do banking and they move. Yeah. Anyways, yeah. Yeah, it has been audited. I can't remember what the audit was of it. Audit of last audit of Fort Knox was in the 1950s. Now, according to the Treasury's report to the Baltimore Sun, there's approximately 147.3 million troy ounces of gold stored at Fort Knox. I bet there's not that much there. I bet there's not that much there. Yeah. So yeah, there's going to be an audit on it. Oh, this is interesting. The story here on from the Baltimore Sun. Oh, come on, jeez, it's jumping all over weird. It leads off. Senator Rand Paul is urging Elon Musk to lead the Department of Government Efficiency to probe the gold reserves at Fort Knox. So it's being pushed by senators. Senator Paul Rand and probably a couple others are in there. Unfortunately, this thing here is not showing. All the ads are blocking it. Oh, please provide an email to continue reading the article for free. So I'll do a look at someone else's article. Newsweek. Let's look at Newsweek. See what Newsweek says. Okay, in 2017, Stephen, not even how to pronounce that, Mnuchin and Mitch McConnell, then Secretary, then the Treasury Secretary and Senate Majority Leader received a tour of the facility, but it was not an official inspection. Yep, and the two grandsons just left. My daughter just took them away. All righty, so what social media and social media users and some lawmakers have questioned whether the reported numbers can be trusted without a comprehensive audit. Duh. Gee, I wonder if U.S. AID had access to there. London didn't have the gold they were being asked for either. Yeah. All right, looks like we're getting down to 5 pounds. Let me go take a look out there. I can also, now that they're gone, I can. Yep, I unmuted it so I can go out there. There. Yeah, we're definitely down at 5 pounds. Just starting to drop below 5 pounds. It is cooling off in here now that I turned on the fans. So I got a breeze blowing that way from the dining room, which is one of the cooler rooms in the house. That way, at least it's cooler now that the grandkids are out. Let me go check some stuff over here, make sure they didn't destroy stuff. All right, while that gets cold, while that cools off, we're going to take a look at some other stuff around here. So let me unplug the power, and let's remove this from there. And actually, hang on a second. Let me go change the view first of it so I can make that bigger here. All right, let's change the view to wrong one. That one. There we go. All right, now we can go look at some stuff. So yeah, so that's where my gazelle's at. That's where Danny was working on it earlier. Exercise bike, treadmill, and stuff that I like to do. So over here, I got the. I've totally. All right, let me fix things here. Get that. Problem with this thing here, it's got a little button down here. If I anything that touch down there, it kicks it back. So let me get in here. There I am there. There I am there. Switch these around. There I am. Now I can go back out there. There we go. So I've totally stopped using the, that got all the water out of the Aero Garden. So here's what my stuff's looking at like here. So there's one of the tomatoes. There's another one. In fact, it's got a lot of growth. Let me come around this side on it. That's got a lot of growth going on it there. And oh, what do we got here? I don't know if you can see it. Got something else sprouting up there. I don't want that. I was one. This all the soil here was in a container outside, and it's of course leaves and stuff blown, seeds blown around. All right, so there is one of the cantaloupes. There's the other cantaloupe, another tomato. So I got 4 tomatoes and 2 cantaloupes up here. I have down here. That's black seeded Samson lettuce there. And then another tomato sprouted up there, and I didn't have I just stuck it down in here because I believe this one here is one of the trees that is, it just doesn't feel alive anymore. This is one of the ones that they sent, because it was so damaged. They sent, I should have going to show there. It was so damaged here, and I sent pictures. They sent me another one, which is that one under there. I did bring in the 15. What's this? The 15? I'm not sure this is the 15 or the 27-gallon barrel. When I brought it in, though, to keep it from having, because this has been outside, it had tomato in it outside, and to keep any of the gnat eggs from hatching, when I brought it inside, I poured a couple gallons of boiling water on top of it, and so I should have killed anything in the top 2 inches of the soil, so I shouldn't have any gnat problem from that. That's what I got there. All right, let's head back in and take a look at this in here, and then I can see what you've been saying in the side chat. It says there's comments. All right, and we're down to 3.5 pounds. So it is starting to cool off there. But I can feel the heat radiating off of it. Yeah, I can feel the heat radiating off the thing there still. All right, so we got 11 people still in here. Thank you for sticking around and watching. And let's see here. Go and close that out there. Oh. Yeah, I got to get in one of the cupboards in the kitchen, directly behind where the camera's sitting. It's a deep cupboard, and it's a wide one, and it's almost 2 feet tall. No shelves or anything in there. So they had, I think, I'm not sure what they had in there, where they put in like a mixer in there, or whether they just stack boxes of cereal in there or what. But I need to go in. I need to put in some shelf brackets on the side with the little clippies on them. And so once I put the little clippies in there, then I can put in the back. I can put in a. It's almost 24 inches deep, so I can put in, actually maybe more than 24. I'll have to go measure it again. I'm going to put in a shelf. 12-inch deep shelf, and I can put some of the jars I've been canning up on the underneath on the shelf, and then maybe be able to do a third shelf up in there as well. Let's see here. So I got that. Let me do a refresh over here. So it said it was 35 earlier, and it's dropped to 34. And it raised the high up to 34, and now it says 34. Well, the high was 35 outside here. And, oh, they took the snow out for tomorrow. Whoa, no snow tomorrow. So I will be making a trip to Costco tomorrow to get the 5-pound bricks of Tillamook cheese. I got some other things to go shopping for tomorrow. Got my brain book here. Let me see. So at Sam's Club, I got to get a couple of bags of potting mix. I got 2 pots, 2 15-gallon pots I need to fill up with potting mix. I need to get the Belvita crackers, the cinnamon crackers, and the blueberry crackers for the boys. I need to get myself a couple gallons of milk. I need to hit it in the morning to see if they got discount on the hamburger or the other stew meat. Pick up some more of that, because usually if I get there if I get there right at 8 o'clock when they open up, they have some of the meats that are discounted 24 or 25% to because it's getting close to the end of Best Buy date. People look at dates and they go, oh, that's not discounted. I can go for the other stuff. So I'll get the discounted stuff. Yeah, Costco, I got to get a couple bricks of the Tillamook cheese. I got to get a couple packages of the Kirkland brand fully cooked bacon, because the grandkids just absolutely they come in. Can I have bacon? Can I have 3 strips, or can I have 4 strips? And I just put it on paper towels, toss it in the microwave, and boom, they go sit in front of the TV and they're happy for 15 minutes and quiet. Costco is now, at least the Costco here, is now carrying the 4 packs of Hebrew National beef hot dogs again. And so I need to pick up a couple more of those, toss them into the chest freezer, and I need to get a couple more 50-pound bags of water softener salt. It's a lot cheaper than the salt, the regular ice melt with the other chemicals and the purple dye in it. Like it's like $3 cheaper per bag for the same amount of it. So I'm gonna get that going here. Get some more of it, because I used a bunch, but I want to make sure I have plenty to last me through the spring. and so I only have to shovel so much. I want to keep the walkway clear and under the patio cover clear of ice and melted snow and everything else, so the grandkids don't slip, and more importantly, so I don't slip and fall. Hey, KP Heathen, greetings. What's the temperature down there where you're at right now? Because I know several of the weather things I was seeing, that cold front's supposed to move back down into eastern Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, on over into Georgia. Costco is harder for me to get to. They don't open till 10 o'clock here. I mean, the Costco in California opens at 8 o'clock. Here they don't open till 10 o'clock. The Sam's Club here opens at 8 o'clock. In California, it opens at 7 o'clock. And I haven't checked the. I need to check the prices on the. Oh, it's 57 degrees. Cool. So I need to check the prices at Costco's fresh meats to see how that goes there. And plus Costco is another 12 minutes farther out. It's on the far side of Idaho Falls, whereas Sam's Club's on the near side of Idaho Falls. Yeah. So I'll need to head out there and make sure I use my brain aid here to write down what the prices are at Sam's Club and then compare to what the prices are at Costco. Now, at difference of them, all right, Sam's Club has the Hormel package of pre-cooked bacon, and I think it's 14 ounce. But Sam's Club is bigger. I think it's like 18 ounce or something of it, and it's cheaper. Not cheaper per ounce, cheaper per package, and it's got more in it. So I get the fully cooked bacon from Costco. So as far generally what we used to do, my wife still has, when she wants to get the 1 pound frozen, chubs of hamburger, she gets it from Costco because it's cheaper than Sam's Club. When I was working at Homeland Security, I by default became in charge of our office's food center. We had a refrigerator. We had a couple refrigerators there. We had bookshelves set up full of all sorts of snacks and stuff on it, chips and everything else. The boxes of fruit snacks and stuff. The fruit snacks were cheaper at, I think the chips were cheaper at Sam's Club. Depending on where you went to, whether they were cheap, the exact same ones. One had it cheaper than the other. Yeah. What we do like about the Costco is I got the executive one, which they no longer look like this. They got different on them, and so we get the high cash back added up there. And as little as what we shop there, we still get cash back. We still get, at the end of the year, we get enough to pay for our membership for the year. So, and Sam's Club, I got the they changed it. They call it Plus member, but I'm on the higher one. That's what the card they had there. I'm actually on the business member there as well, and which gives even a little bit more than the Plus member does, and it pays for our membership there and more with the cash back at Sam's Club. So It depends which one has what has, like I said, same item, different stores, whether it's the Welch's fruit snacks, it's cheaper at one than it is the other. The Lay's multi-pack of chips, box of chips, exact same box, same size bags, cheaper at one than it is the other, just the opposite of from the other. So yeah. I used to, I'd go to both of them at least once a week and take a load into work. And yeah. But yeah, so the well, the thing you can do, if you have a smartphone, it's got the Notes app in there. Put it into the Notes app or take a picture. That's what my wife has done several times. She has a dry erase board on the refrigerator. She writes everything up there, and I've seen her a couple times take a picture because I don't want to forget. Okay, it's getting down close. I bet we're sitting at 2 pounds. Let me go check again. It looks like it's almost down on the pin. Let me go check on it. Yeah, it's sitting at about 1 pound. It's not resting on the pin yet, because if I give this a little spin here, yeah, I can hear when I bump it, I can hear a little hiss of stuff coming out. So it's got a little bit more to go. All right. Yeah. Hey, Kaylin, how's it going? I think we're all, at one time or another, we all become our own worst enemy at least once a month. Yeah. So yeah, if I hit, if I can find, the 5 pound bag of ground beef on sale at, come on, brain, work, at Sam's Club tomorrow. I'll still check the prices at Costco when I go up there to get the cheese, because I need to get the cheese. I got about that much of a brick of cheese left. The bricks are about like that square, and I got about that much left. And the boys come over and they, they'll ask for either a couple thin slices of cheese, or they'll ask for me to cut a thick slice and cut it in sticks for them. And if Danny's thinking about it, and I got bread, which reminds me, I need Danny and Oliver like bologna sandwiches, and the other bread I'm going to be making in the bread maker tonight is it's okay to eat with fresh with butter on it, slices, or put it in the toaster to toast up for them. So that's going to be Winco. And I need to get another hot pocket box for Eli. Yeah. Eli was snarfing hot pockets over here, trying to grow again. Only got to 4 degrees, supposed to drop to minus 12 tonight. I think Mother Earth was saying she was at the start of this, she was at -4, and tonight's supposed to be -18. Yeah, homemade bread. No, a loaf of store-bought bread will last several days here, unless let's have all the grandkids over and they all want sandwiches. Then it'll last one day. Homemade bread will last about, when the even just 2 grandkids come over, will last about 2 hours. And if my son's here, it lasts an hour. Ooh. Tammy's bread has 5 minutes left. Okay, I heard something honking out here. I think when a school bus is out there. Yeah, Eli's home from school. Well, my daughter was dealing with the boys, and she didn't spot the bus pulling up, so she's out there now picking them up. Oh boy, yeah, it's getting a little. Oh, it looks like it looks like that might be down on there. Let me go check it again. If it's down on there, if the fan is cooling it off enough so that it is cooling down at a reasonable rate, which is still not as fast as the Presto. Let me go check it. Okay, it looks like it's on there. Let me see. Yeah. All right, it's done. And it's not spitting anything out. So the pressure's off. Now I can release this stuff here. Okay, it didn't stick this time. Good. All righty. Well, let me turn that fan off so I don't have cold air blowing on it. Okay. So let me I'm gonna move the camera around here a bit. Hang on, let me get it, put it back in a different position so I can get this going right here. So I'm gonna back it up here, extend the legs down. So pardon the shaking. It is not an earthquake. Not a tornado. Not a hurricane. Okay. Get back to the corner edge here. All right, there we go. All right, so taco meat first. Okay. On there, and it is still bubbling inside. And it'll be bubbling for a while longer. There's 2 taco meats. There's 1 chicken broth. Two chicken broths. And 3 chicken broths. Now, to protect it from the cool air around here, let it cool down slowly. There we go. All right, let me come back there. Hope I had the volume. Yeah, good. I did have it on so you could hear it. Okay. All right, so we're done there, and that's good there. So I got half an hour to start get the bread measured out into the bread machine, get it ready to go, and so that it takes 3 hours for it to cook. It will then be done at the the timer will go off about 5 minutes before the live stream ends tonight on Camp Patton Family Compound, and then I'll have the camera in the kitchen ready so that at the end of tonight's live stream, I'll just bring that up and go in there and we can pop the bread out of the bread machine tonight. So I want to thank everybody for coming in, for your support. And also, if you have any suggestions for topics either on gray man prepping or Camp Patton Family Compound, particularly relating to canning questions and stuff for Monday nights, Tammy and I would appreciate it. And here on Gray Man Prepping, I have a new series coming up called After the Event. And where is it here? And so I got a bunch of different ones up. It'll be starting on March 1st after the event. What are your plans? And we're going to cover all sorts of different events, earthquakes, tornadoes, hurricanes, major event type things. After California falls into the sea, after the East Coast gets hit with the giant tsunami from whatever that volcano is off the coast of Spain that threatens to drop the side into the ocean again. After China's economy collapses, after the zombie apocalypse, what are your plans? So that's it. We're doing some serious ones, and we're doing some more far-fetched ones too, just for fun, just for for planning purposes. So if you have any suggestions for events, please go ahead and send an email to that there, Camp Patton Family Compound, 2 P's in and Camp Patton, 2 T, so Camp Patton Family Compound, one word. It's also at the bottom of the description of all the emails. I mean, all the videos anyways, it's down there. Go ahead and send that into, send any recommendations to us for topics, questions on, prepping gear, situations, and stuff, anything like that. Gardening questions, anything else like that. We'll try to answer stuff like that for you as well. But coming up here tonight is froze. The topic tonight is first-time pressure canning. Tomorrow night, back here on Gray Man Prepping, is lithium battery quality matters. We're talking about lithium batteries, actually not both, in multiple things, in cars, in trucks, in toys like the hoverboards and some of the other things that were, and e-bikes that were catching fire. Talk about quality of the lithium batteries in power stations as well. Thursday night is the Midnight Ride. Friday on Camp Patton Family Compound is Homestead Focus. And it's going to be talking about, do you do one thing? Do you do multiple things? Do you try to do everything at once? What's the best way to get your homestead going? And that's a Friday. And then Saturday on Gray Man Prepping is what is your dream specialty gear? And then next Monday night for the Monday Night Fireside Chat, canning ground beef with flavorings. Of course, you all know my favorite flavoring is taco seasoning, but we're going to talk about other flavorings and stuff that you would use a lot for making things out of ground beef for canning it to make it quicker for doing a meal afterwards, like for that. All right. So with that, thank you all for coming. You're all great. Thank you all for being in here, and hopefully we'll see you in 2.5 hours on Monday Night Fireside Chat with Tammy McNeil and Mark Taylor for talking about first-time canning. All right. Take care, everyone.